We're back at the Bright Side interviews here, and we are here for the reunion set and my father's fabulous funeral. So, Judy, why don't you start and say how you got involved with it, what parts and you played in it, and everything.
Well, Mark Stolzenberg and Eric and I have been working together for, I don't know, 8 to 10 years, somewhere around that.
Wow.
And usually I come up with the story, and then Mark writes it, directs it, acts in it. And then Eric is our esteemed cinematographer. He also produced this. And this film is based on my father's real funeral, which was like something surreal. And while I was there, I said, this feels like a movie. And then I said, oh, well, why don't we do a movie? So very much of what's in the movie really did happen.
Wow.
With my brother not hanging any pictures of my father's current wife up on the board where there were pictures of everyone else with my father, where his wife, who I don't like to call my stepmother, but we do call her that in the film, she always loved to talk to me about her sex life with my father. So although she actually didn't do that at the funeral, we put that in there. And very much of it is the same, except for the ending, which was my fantasy of what I hoped would have happened, but actually didn't happen. So that's how it got started.
And Eric, how did you get involved?
This group that has been this straightforward moving train for a number of years now, and it's always a great little adventure. I'm so grateful to have met both Judy and Mark Stolzenberg, who writes and directs based on Judy's amazing ideas and stories. And this one, I feel like, is our best to date. I feel like it's really a nice piece, both hilarious and touching. And I don't think you could ask for a better combination of emotions in a film.
It had a good run, right? It had a good run in the film festivals.
Really?
Yeah, it had our best run. We won a bunch of awards, and the only downside was that we did it right before COVID. So most of the screenings had to be online, and you don't get to hear people laughing. And that's what's so satisfying when you realize that people find it funny and they get it. So we kind of waited and held it back for a bit. But when we screened it at Brightside, I think it might have been 2 years ago.
About 2 years, yeah.
But there was an audience, and it was just so wonderful to hear people laughing.
I get I'm doing this on my laptop that I haven't used yet, and I'm not at home, so I keep hearing the emails pop up going ding, ding, ding. I hope it's not coming through.
I know, I'm not hearing it. Are you
not hearing it. No.
It's like bing, bing, bing. I'm like, why won't it stop?
Yeah, it must be a challenge for you though, as you're talking to us, hearing them both at the same time.
Bing, bing. Like, why? Why won't it go off? I don't know.
I know that feeling. That's crazy.
I usually jump back and forth. Sometimes I used to do it on the laptop, and now I have a computer at home. I set up the green screen. I got a million lights hitting the green screen.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing this something new with this Saturday. We have 4 sets of films, 2 at 5 and 2 at 7:30 or something like that. So we're excited.
Yeah, well, so are we.
Yeah.
So we're in the 5-10 block, and we're all coming. I mean, the main 6 of us will be there, including Mark, and the woman who plays my stepmother, Joni McKenzie, will be there, and the woman who plays my husband, Ron Cohen, will be there, and Mark's significant other, who does like almost everything else. And Eric and I will all be there.
Yeah, I'm psyched. Brightside is great. I mean, I've loved it ever since this thing started. I mean, what a great little setup you guys have there.
Yeah, and we just decided, oh, it's D'Artagnan, let's do something different. So I was hoping people will show up, and and then like at first to get the movies, I was asking people, and then I just kind of posted it. And then I got too many movies coming in. I was like, oh, I gotta stop. I can't. I'm done.
Hey, those latecomers, forget about them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But yeah, so how long did it take to make this one? Like a couple days?
We shot it in 3 days. We shot the funeral scene first, I think. No, well, it doesn't matter. But the scene in the cemetery. My husband and I just sort of traveled around New Jersey until we came to a cemetery, and I walked in there and I asked if they'd mind if we did a little film. And I mentioned that my father was a veteran, and he said, "Oh, we have a veterans funeral section."
Oh, wow.
So that worked out great. And we shot, well, I'm embarrassed to say, but I have my apartment in New York is like a pied-a-terre. I don't spend a lot of time there. And I have mostly my grandparents' furniture in there. So when Mark and Eric were looking for a place to shoot the Shiva scene, they said, well, you know, your place is perfect. It looks like an old person's home.
Is that what? I hope we didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean it that way.
And then there happens to be a temple on West 47th Street or something that happens to, they rent it out to plays, and they actually rented it out to Saturday Night Live. And when I was negotiating with the guy about how much it would cost, he said, well, you know, Saturday Night Live was here and they gave us $30,000. And I said, oop, could we get it for a little less? And
more zeros, less 30.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, 3 days of shooting. And then how long did you edit it? Do you remember, Eric?
I feel like it was probably, I don't know, at least 30 days of tinkering or so, you know, back and forth with revisions and whatnot. But I feel like it went pretty smoothly, pretty quickly, because we stuck to the script for the most part and just kind of had our plan outlined for us. To me, sometimes that's why I really love anything scripted, because we know what we're going to get, more or less, or attempt to.
Oh, I'm sorry. We ad-libbed a little bit.
Ad-libbed a little bit. That's the beauty. That's the magic of it. But yeah, otherwise.
My father loved coupons. He clipped coupons and used them for everything. And so at the cemetery, Mark was doing a little eulogy, and I had coupons which I was going to hand out to the people at the funeral, at the cemetery, and then they fell out, and he helped me pick them up, and then he looks at one and he says, "Oh, shaving cream, I'll take that one." It was just very silly, but fun.
That was fun. I really like that sequence too. And the coupons flying everywhere. Yeah, it was very silly. Yeah, all at a cemetery, no less. Which, by the way, that was part of our challenge, was surviving. Though that one day was the hottest day in, like, I don't know how many years. It was over
99.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it was 99. All right. I guess you know, because we were planning to suffer so much, I remember thinking ahead of time. I said, let's have a couple of people with cars bring their cars to this location, fill those tanks with gas before they get there, and this way we'll have air conditioning every time we need to step in and cool down for a minute. And I thought that was something I'm so happy we made happen.
Yeah, it was really good thinking. That those were our, excuse me, those were our cooling stations.
Cooling stations.
It's also where we had to change our clothes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you work with what you got. That's beauty of low budget filmmaking. I feel like we got a lot out of that too. And we got good production value, especially with that temple. The actors' temples, I mean, you see it in so many films and TV shows, but it's cool that we were able to make use of it and really execute a crowd sequence and have, you know, something that really felt like a big production scene in that little film, in that short film.
You know, Mark also teaches acting. So he had a whole bunch of his students come in
Oh, they were.
the chapel as
Yeah.
mourners. So that worked out great.
Yeah, no, we had a lot of extras, if I remember correctly, for that scene.
Background, we call them background.
Background. Okay, all right, yeah.
How long did you use them for? How many, like, was it a whole day with them?
I don't think it was quite a whole day, but it may have been close.
Close, I would say, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, maybe 5 hours, maybe not that much.
And what's that?
We fed them, and Mark gave them all a free class.
There you go.
Thank goodness. I don't know what they would have done with us otherwise. I remember it was kind of funny too. Of all times to be filming, you know, when we got there that morning, I remember the location manager of this venue said, "Are all those your trucks lining up and down the street?" I noticed a whole bunch of production trucks for Mrs. Maisel.
No.
They were shooting on the same exact street as us that day, and I said, "No, this is just our truck, singular." And we then had this interesting moment where we noticed the noise outside of where we were shooting was a little bit loud. So our PAs told the Mrs. Maisel PAs to keep it down a little bit. We were shooting our way lower budget short inside the temple, the actors' temple.
That's funny. Wow. You never know in New York. There's always a lot of stuff going on, a lot of filming. So.
But by the way, Cary Elway is one of the greatest guys ever. Got to meet him during the filming, and
Oh yeah.
it was just kind of interesting that while I was shooting the exterior, he was the most polite person on earth. He said, "Excuse me, can I pass by? Is that okay?" And I was like, "Oh wow, Cary Elway, yes, of course you can pass."
One time I was leaving one set and I saw another like movie going on, so I was curious as what it was. So I went like up to it, and I was right by like the trailers. And all of a sudden, this girl that I know, this actress girl that I actually do know, she popped out of the trailer, and I was like, "Holy crap!" She's like, "What are you stalking me?" I'm like, "I didn't even know you were here." I was just checking out the movie set because I just came from a movie set, and I'm like, "Oh, there's another movie." It's so random.
Great timing, you know. You never know what's going to happen.
New York City, you never know. It's crazy. But how many films have you guys worked on together, like for this production company now?
I think it's 8.
Wow.
I counted it recently, and I think it's 8. And then Eric did a film that he directed once, and he had Mark and I star in it. So if we consider that, then it's 9.
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, that's how I got tuned into the Bright Side Film Festival, because the film was called The Bright Side.
Oh, that's right.
Thought I gotta send it to these guys. I mean, and that was I think the first time we came for anything at the Bright Side.
Oh,
Right.
maybe.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our 19th season, so we're gonna have 20th season
Oh my God.
coming around, but it's been 10 years,
Wow.
so celebrating it in the summertime. So.
That's amazing. Big
It's
congrats.
definitely the most fun film.
Yeah. I'm hoping some newcomers will join. Been trying to tell folks to come check it out. So
Yeah, it'd be nice to. I think there is going to be a lot of other filmmakers that never saw these films from different years, different times.
yeah.
So it'll be interesting. Hopefully, it gets a good crowd, because I told Tommy, let's do something different so he won't book a party. So I was like, always, as soon as we leave, there's parties going on. I'm like, let us do something. And so hopefully it
That's
works.
so great.
If it doesn't work, yeah, I like.
I love it. Well,
It
hopefully
works.
we can hold out until at least the day we get there.
Yeah, but again, like our Sunday day is already packed with people getting tickets like crazy. So just trying to get that Saturday going, doing something different. So, but Sunday, the last time in March, I don't know if you went to the last one or not, but it was out of control. It was so many people. It was so many.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. We sold out like every screening. It was standing room only.
Fabulous.
We had no idea that was going to happen. It was out of control. So,
it's amazing. Yeah, you get toppled over, but it's worth it, right?
Oh, it's all good fun. We always have a blast. But by the end, though, by the award show, I'm exhausted.
Oh, I'm sure. Do you take a week or so off afterwards?
No, I go right back into doing other things, but I'm still, still off from school, so I'll like go on a vacation or something. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Hang out.
You'll deserve it.
I still have a couple weeks left before I have to go back to school, so taking advantage of it.
You teach? I forgot you teach.
Yeah, teach film in a high school.
Oh, that's so cool! Nice,
so,
that's awesome.
So
that's why you have your students' films.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yes, so Saturday we have high school sets and then college sets, and then we do a little award show for them. And sometimes it's really crowded with people, and sometimes there's hardly anybody there. So it's just hit or miss. So Saturday is always like a crapshoot with us. So we're hoping, this time maybe it'll be different. Maybe we'll have a good Saturday.
Well, since the weather isn't going to be a crapshoot anymore, hopefully you'll get a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I know, it'd be nice. I'll deal with the rain for the next few days if it's going to be nice over the weekend.
Feel the same way.
Yeah, I feel like we got enough time for this to clear up. We got it.
We had so many people in the last March one on Sunday. We were so lucky. It was like the nicest day out in March because the bar was so crowded. Everyone was outside because it was so nice out. So we kind of lucked out. Like it was
so
crazy.
Packed outside.
Could have just put screens outside. Well, it's too bright, but another screening could get a tent. We'll see. We can't really expand the festival unless we do extra days.
Yeah, sure.
So that's the next thing. We used to do like a Friday night opening. We used to do like a Friday night opening and then all day Saturday, Sunday. But we kind of it wasn't the best thing that opening night. So.
Oh, didn't you used to give out an award on Friday nights?
Yeah, we used to give like the honorary awards, which we're doing on Saturday night. We are honoring Angie Hansen, who's a director. She'll be there Saturday with her. She has 2 films from her from the past 10 years that we're going to be screening. So we're going to give her a directing award, and then Mika Borum, who was a child actress and. Now she's directing and still acting and directing and producing all this stuff. So we're gonna. I don't think she's able to make it out in LA, but we're giving her that award, and I might have to go back to LA and give it to her. I saw her over the summer, and I was like, "Hey, we're gonna give you an award and play your old film and all that stuff." So we'll see. But
nice.
Well, that'll be a fun trip.
Yeah, I like going out there for a little bit here and there. I did. So nowadays, when school ends, Dances with Films goes on out there, and they do a high school set, and they take a high school film. So I go out there for a couple of days.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
To hang out at the Chinese theater and watch some movies, and it's just different.
I haven't been there in so long. How does it holds up?
Holds up.
Theater?
Yeah, it holds up. I enjoy it, and I can deal with LA for a few days. It's not bad. Can't live there though. I don't know.
Vista last time I was there, like back in November. Yeah. The restored Vista Theater.
Oh, wow.
Pretty nice too.
That's
Tarantino's.
Tarantino's. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't check that one out yet, but every time I go out there, I try to do some shows, some comedy shows, do a bunch of things. My plate is all full, so it's a good time.
Nice.
And then watching.
Hey, you don't need to sleep, CJ. You look fine.
I don't sleep.
Keep going.
Never a dull moment, which is great, right? But one day, I just crash. I don't sleep. I just fall. I just crash.
Okay. That's how it goes.
Which I probably won't be able to sleep after Saturday into Sunday. That's going to be a tough one. But yeah, so it's going to be pretty much 110 films playing through the weekend.
What?
Nice.
Whoa.
110 films playing, screening. So it's a lot. And and four sets that we're going to be playing on Saturday night. So it's a lot of films. So I think most filmmakers are coming for it. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's always nice when the filmmakers are there.
Yeah, it's probably about like 85% of them coming. So that's a good number for those
Awesome.
at least for those movies, for the reunion set. So it'll be cool to see everyone again. And
yeah, it will be.
Who knows what can happen in a room full of all filmmakers. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Never know.
Never know. But yeah, we're happy to screen the film. It's going to be a fun day. We'll still have the student films going. I'll be doing the award show for that while people are coming in. I guess we'll do like people gather around the bar before the film and stuff like that. So, and then we'll try and do our best to start on time because we got a lot of films.
Well, I've always liked the hamburgers at the Brightside Tavern.
Right. That's a good
I'm
burger
looking
there.
forward
Me
to
too.
one.
Me too. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's what I got to make right now. I got to actually, when we're done here, I got to make a flyer for Tommy. He wants a flyer. So I'm like, all right, I'll make a flyer.
Yeah. Tommy knows.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Did you guys want to add anything? Anywhere we could find some of your films or any of your handles or anything like that?
Mark has films on his website. I think his website is Circle of Life Films.
I believe that's right.
And then you have yours.
And I have documentthispictures.com. Or just ericalexander.com takes you to the same place if you want to see what I'm up to, although that needs a great big update. But, what's been happening in the past, it's all there.
Yeah.
And then I maintain the Facebook page for My Father's Fabulous Funeral and all the other films we did together.
Yeah.
Are you working on something right now?
Yes, Mark and I are working on something that, of course, Eric will be involved in, and we'll keep you posted on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Top secret.
Yeah. So, thanks for giving me a few minutes today, and hope we'll see everyone.
It was fun, and we look forward to having more fun on Saturday.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Likewise.
I'm going to be like, I don't really want to do much right now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got so much to do. Though a little bit later, we're going to go see Fraser. Kelsey Grammer is in town tonight with his brewing company. So we're going to go, a couple of us are going to go check it out, say hello to him.
Oh, that's awesome. Nice.
Got to get him to come to the bright side. I got to get Tommy to sell his beer so he'd come to the bright side.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Saturday night at 5:10.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll push it. I'll be like, but he'll be like,
beers for the funeral.
You want to see something funny? I think we go next to last now.
Oh,
it used to be last, and I noticed that another film was added on after.
Oh, did we add another one on?
I think you did.
I kept trying to fit everything in.
Plumbers.
I was putting the films in. Like, oh crap! I forgot one. Oh, I forgot this one. Oh, where? I was having the hardest time putting it together because I kept like getting new films and messing up the time lengths, and I was not doing good with that this year.
It's a challenge to program those blocks. That's for sure.
Yeah. And be like, how much time do we have?
Part of one.
So all of them are like, I mean, most of the sets are pretty much like 2 hours long. So it's a lot of shorts.
That's a lot of shorts.
So
yeah,
I think the horror, semi-horror set is going on at the same time that your set's going on. So there'll be some horror people, I think, upstairs. You might hear some screams.
It's hilarious. We'll hear some screams.
It's Saturday night at the bar, so I don't know. It might be a little crazy, a little loud. So I'm hoping it's not too bad. We'll see. But,
it'll be fine.
I always tell people it's a bar, and this time it's Saturday night, so I don't know what to
That's true.
Good luck to all of us.
It's always something interesting, I'll tell you that. But yeah, so thanks for giving me a few minutes today, and we'll see you.
Of course. Thank you. We're looking forward to it, and you will see the 6 of us.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. This is great. Looking
Yeah.
forward.
Cool.